Kate Cannon joins the show, writer, director, has the upcoming Cinderella for Amazon. And something that's kind of like your superpower, Kay, as a filmmaker, as a director, as a writer, is working with undiscovered talent. In sports, we celebrate young talent, finding their sea legs. Josh Allen today getting a huge extension, kind of unheralded coming out of college. And then you have guys like John Moran exploding on the scene, or Sabrina out in Brooklyn. And so just young talent. What is it that you enjoy so much about working with people who haven't really proven themselves on screen yet?
I love it, man. Like, I feel like I wouldn't necessarily cast them or take them on if I didn't feel like it was inside them already, you know? And I think, like, when you compare that to an athlete that just has, like, raw, natural talent and ability, and to be able to, like, shape and mold that is really exciting to me. So, like anybody I cast, I do feel like I have to see something in them, and really it comes down to this notion of hard work. Like, I think a big part of what I see in them is if I feel like they're going to work hard and try to get it right, and when I find somebody who's coachable, that's just fun, because you're just taking what their natural abilities are, and you're helping them hone it, and they're thirsty to get that, like they want that kind of attention, and I'm a teacher by trade, really. I mean, I have a master's in education, so like I really feel like that's just me, like, teaching in a different capacity.
Did you have to teach John Cena how to use the funnel on blockers?
I mean, I never laughed harder than, it was like 3 a.m, and I was just shouting jokes at John Cena while he was bent over with hundreds of extras. John Cena's not a man who's afraid to get naked in front of people. Like, he's totally comfortable, like, having his pants down. But I was just yelling jokes at him, and I started laughing so hard because I was like, I went to college, and I'm just yelling at John Cena about how this funnel's up his butt. Like, it was just really ridiculous.
This tells you about the crew I'm working with on this show, Kay. As soon as I brought up the Cena butt funnel, TJ looked over at me and goes, "Oh, that was my question."
That was going to be it.
Kay Cannon joins the show. One of 7, you had to get a college scholarship in track in order to go to college, correct?
Yeah, I mean, there's 4 of us in college at the same time. So, all 4 of us had to get scholarships to be able to afford school. And we all stayed in state so we could get some, financial aid. So, and we all did it. I come from a really athletic family and an academic family as well. So whether it was an athletic scholarship or an academic scholarship, like, all of us managed to make it through.
No, it's incredible, and it's so cool to hear a filmmaker in your position have such a great affinity for sports, and then you're able to switch gears and do something like Cinderella as well, which is coming out on Amazon. A totally different interpretation of Cinderella. I would imagine that not too many sports references pop up in it, but tell me about the experience making the movie.
Yeah, this this experience will be unlike any other I'll ever make, in the future, because we were about 4 weeks into shooting when we got shut down for the pandemic, and then about 5 months to the day we went back and we had finished and shot the last 8 weeks, and so all of us really went through something, and I really was so grateful to have the work, and when the world was shut down and there were no live performances, I was every day, like, I was seeing these amazing live performances, and these, and actually, there is a little bit of sport in it. There's not sport references in Cinderella, but like, Nick Galitzine, who plays the prince, he was a really great rugby player, and he's so like again, like, casting somebody who I found was coachable. Like, he had to learn how to ride a horse. He's not, he had to really train to dance at a certain level, and sing in a different way that was maybe outside of his comfort zone. And he just killed it. He did so great. And so, the dancers are athletes. So in that way, I was really, like, it was kind of exciting. But the movie is just really joyful and fun and a good time. And I'm hoping that people will just sing along and dance and laugh, and in a time when we probably really need to be doing those things.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.